I want to give thanks and I want to give praise in the day and in the night, whatever you call it, right? Under the gray sky, blue, whatever. In some places, you remember because of the fires, it was orange, reddish, kind of whatever, smoke everywhere. But yeah, so the reason why I give thanks to the Most High Living One, because I know He can dwell wherever He wishes, right? Is the Most High. So everything like I work at a place. I prepare food, nicer food. I try to have good quality food. Anyway, I mean, considering what I have to work with, hey, but yeah. So anyway, make sure the seasoning right. But I don't really eat like that. Like that. I don't. You don't knock nobody for eating that. It's food. I guess you're hungry. You got to eat, right? You got to eat, man. You see. But I be trying to feed my spirit, more than anything, you know. Um, so I can go all day, not eat, and right, and then lay down and come, and I'm hungry, but it's a certain day, and I just don't do certain things. I don't, if I ain't, I'm ready, but I ain't ready. You know what I'm saying? And it's control. I see it as a form of control and love. I love you that much. I'll feed you first and starve. I starve to death. I feed you first. Because I starve to death. I won't, because another day gonna come when we ain't gonna have nothing to eat. You're gonna starve anyway. So I don't want to see you ever starve first. So let you eat ever starve first and go out and do it. Because point of the on if we ain't gonna be fat. You know. So I am saying like my stomach. If you touching my back, talking ish to my man, you ain't fed me all day. You ain't fed me all day. So I everything. I be the God. Like, it's the spirit warring with the flesh. You know, is the spirit warring with the flesh? Because do I really have to eat that much every day? Every day? Because, you know, I've been eating all my life. You know what I'm saying? I'm feeding the flesh, it's getting pleased, the tasty goody goodies on the tongue. Yeah, you see? But I'm like, where the spirit at, man? I want to feed my spirit. I want to feed my soul. Yeah, I want to, they got to, because I hear people when they go without the food, they go without it. They ain't got nothing to eat again. Jack on the street corner, they got a sign, hey, feed me. I'm hungry, I work for food. And some be real with it. I need a drink. I need a drink. I got the food earlier. Now I need to, I need something strong so I can endure this cold air, type of thing. And I'm like, man, it's trippy. So I be like, man, I be trying to test. I say test every spirit. I test mine, I test mine. What you made of? Your God, you strong. Because just because you say you hungry don't mean you got to eat, you know. I mean, you gonna starve to death? I don't think so. And I know I say death, but I serve an eternal Father, Alpha, Omega, beginning and end, and all things in between. My stomach is in between me, between me and my salvation, I guess, you know. No, man, the manna rains from heaven. Fill me up, fill my cup up with something else. I pray and I meditate. I use my mouth to do. I talk. I'll talk. I use, and so I can ignore the stomach. Ignore it. And shut up. Be quiet. I'm talking. Stop growling. What you growling for? It's like a dog. Right? The dog growling. You're hungry. Or a kid whining. I'm hungry. And so you're like, man, I can go without right now. You know you can hang on. Yeah, to each his own. It's like, people, it's going to be a famine of the word, too. It's a famine out here. Obviously, people think we're in a recession, but, you know, blessings and the curse, abundance and nothing. You ain't got nothing, you know what? You can't, you hungry. Now, the thing is, because, if I'm hungry, trust me, I ain't the richest cat on the planet, but I pretty sure I can scrap up a few dollars to go something to eat. Somebody love me. Somebody love me. I am hungry, starving over here, you know. But no, hell no, because I see too many people doing that. We complain about the grocery prices, and I know it's high. It ain't like it used to be. I'm in the 70s, baby, ain't saying. So, but, praise be to the Most High, He give off, He take away. Let him bring you everything that you want, you desire. I mean, if that's what you want, we know stuff corrupts the DNA too. People make poison. Tell how much hear us. People make poison and give it to you and tell you, they even give you something says to cure this, and you got 18,000 side effects. And I'm like, man, I was just, hey, whatever gonna happen naturally, let it happen. You're trying to force nothing, you know. If I ain't meant to be fed, the father say, the birds, the fish, all the fowls and everything, creepy crawly. They don't worry about where they're gonna get their food. They eat. You know what I mean? People try to step on them. They're just trying to get something to eat and just trying to know. But hey, this one, feed one if you can. No, they do it from time to time. I feed myself. Sometimes I'm fed, but yeah. I mean, it's hey, I'm just sharing my thoughts. You ain't got to listen. You ain't got to listen. Don't you got something else to do? Like I say, people be talking about you and they talk about other people, and I quote some things and I say some things I know that you probably heard before. Think about it. Or not. It's one's choice. You can be entertained by whomever. We're on the earth. We're on the earth. I ain't gonna entertain nobody radical though. And like that. What I'm saying? Like, so sometimes solitude is good. It's good for you. Because you ain't doing nothing to yourself. Maybe not feeding yourself or something. I mean, but that's a choice, ain't that? Or does the Father prepare a place and He provides, for His children? Yeah, doubt it that. Yeah, doubt that. Because there's all types of places around and convenient that they can go get a snack, or something. But there's some people in all these places around, but they can't go buy the snack. They gotta borrow something, and they know it, and they understand it in the way they do it, because it's paper, money trees, right? And I bet you people wish on a money tree. They be snatching it. This my tree. They be claiming all the trees. This my tree. They was here first. It was here first. See how abundant this tree is? This my tree ain't share nothing. But yeah, it's trippy. I just, I'm just saying, I try to really just test myself, see how far I can go with it. Because, if I'm in need of something, that's what I be trying to figure out. What the hell am I in need of? Outside of peace and divine judgment and wickedness to go away. And you know what wickedness is. You know what it ain't. You know what I'm saying? If you think about it. If I'm attacking you, I'm attacking. If you feel some type of way, you feel some type of way. I don't know you. I have taken offense to my words. Mine are mine. Who placed them upon my tongue? If you didn't, and you don't believe the Most High did, well, then at least you should know I did. I placed them upon my tongue. I mean, I spoke them. So I can't, hey, listen. When you speak, let your truth be your truth and stand firm in it, I say. Ain't no other way to be than be yourself. Be genuine. Be 100. Be 1,000. 1,000,000. 1,000,000,000. Can't be no one else. Embrace yourself. Express yourself. To the folk on the earth, I say, I am. And I don't care what you think about it. It don't matter. You ain't do. You know what I'm saying? People tripping. People tripping. They don't want to help. They don't want to do right by you. And I understand. I understand. But they don't. Because I'm different. They do what they can when they can. If I can, when I'm asked to do instead of, doing for self, But I still do for self. But are you selfish? Should you be selfish with yourself? I mean, the Father said in the last days, many hearts shall wax cold. Who knows? Shalom.